Welcome to BattleTech in the Morning with Captain Nips. I am Captain Nips, and today, we have a special one. We have a really good one as we continue to play the BattleTech Backer Beta. So,
Welcome, Commander.
we've kind of tested a little bit how the different pilot skills can affect how your game plays out. And in a previous video, I had some good gunnery and some bad gunnery on my team to try and suss out, how exactly, that impacts our percentage chance to hit. The thing is, when you pick guys that are at 6s and 9s for gunnery and you get good 2-hit numbers, and you pick some pilots with 3 for gunnery and your 2-hit numbers are only like 10 to 15% lower, it's kind of hard to get a feel for really how bad it can get. And when we get the campaign down the road, when the game is finally released, it's kind of hard to tell exactly, like, our 3s are what we expect to see when we start recruiting new green pilots, or could it be worse? So today, we're going to test the theory of what would it look like if we drafted 4 random dudes off the street and plug them into BattleMechs. Today, we're going to go up to battle. I'm going to grab just a preset lance, something in the medium category. Let's see what Striker does. Quick Draw, Kataro, Hunchback Commando. Sure. Seems great. On the opposite side, let's grab something else. Say Cavalry. Vindicator, Centurion, Griffin. Okay, so all mediums. Cool. We'll leave all that the same. And let's go find ourselves some randos. So what I've done is gone into the game files, those wonderful, wonderful game files that Harebrained has delightfully left open for us to tinker with in this beta. And I've created your friend and mine, Sumo. Well, we found the cloning tanks. Unfortunately, the clones came out a little rough. So I've created 4 new pilots, added it to the roster, set all of their skills to 1. I was actually afraid to set it to 0 because I wasn't sure if the game would throw a fit or not. So 1s, no abilities, random scrub off the street. These guys probably don't even qualify as mech warriors. This guy was probably, bank teller. This guy was probably delivering milk. I don't know, but these guys are definitely not mech warriors. And we're going to throw them into mechs because the best way to figure out, if things are going to go horribly, horribly wrong is to take them out onto the battlefield. And there's our scrub lineup. For those of you that do not appreciate Sumo in particular, I apologize in advance because I did not change clearly the portrait, did not change the voice file. Left all that the same. It's easiest when you're trying to, tinker with the game files if you clone something that's already there and just edit with the parts that you need to. So, grabbed a copy of Sumo's game file, set all the values to 1, renamed it, put it in the manifest, moved on with our lives. So let's see how badly this is going to go. I think today we haven't been on Death Valley in a while. I feel like it's been a while, so we're going to go out there. And windy day. Now let's see just how badly this plays out.
Commencing deployment.
I have high hopes that my scrub team may actually kill at least one of the enemy mechs. If you throw enough darts at a target, like I've said before, you're bound to hit something with one of those darts. Except in this case, the darts are lasers and missiles and all sorts of other good explosive and destructive munitions.
So we can get out of here.
Yeah. Our everyman,
Commander?
yours and mine, Sumo.
Yeah.
So let's just get into this.
Consider it done.
Not gonna really dance around the subject. Just gonna get in there and see how badly this goes. The other thing I'm a little worried about, gunnery skill 1, that's certainly a thing. That means our guns are probably not going to land too often when we fire them. Piloting one. Now I have the option in the game files turned on where piloting skill and guts influence how falls happen. So presumably a good piloting skill would mean that you fall less often. Conversely, when you've got a scrub team, I wonder if my mechs are just going to play like Weeble Wobbles and be knocked down all the time.
Yeah?
We do not have much of a turn
Be
radius
there
there.
in the gym.
Also, I'm going to have to pay close attention to the data card in the bottom left because I can't just tell which pilot is in which mech because it's the same pilot in every mech.
Yeah? What can I do you for?
Okay, so we have the commando going around that way. Quick draw, Taro going left. Why is this hunchback so slow? That's what I want to know. Interesting thing I just noticed, the little, call it head and shoulders icon in the bottom right is red on all these guys. I thought previously, based on games I played, that that was some sort of indicator of health, but these guys should be completely healthy. They're just default number of injuries, i.e. 0, to start the game. Do we split the team? Well, the commando can at least sprint to position. Let's move you. So we know the bad guys are probably going to be right about here-ish, maybe a little bit further back. I don't want to expose my commando that much yet. You know what? Let's keep the team together. This is a team that's going to live or die, shoulder to shoulder.
No problem.
If they don't stick together, there's going to be, we're going to have problems. Let's just say. Also, why is this hunchback having issues?
Yeah?
All right, so how about you move up to here?
On the move.
There we go.
Check your
Found him.
scanners. We got company.
Oh, that's interesting. My first sumo, my first scrub to find sensor contact can't even ID the opposing mechs. Interesting. That's new. Let's get ourselves some. Let's just spread the line a little bit.
Something I
Alright.
can do.
Duder. I know you're only like in a 4-6 mech, but
Consider it done.
you'll need to hurry up. Oh, it's gonna be so painful to fire off this AC-20 because I'm gonna have to really line up my shots carefully to expect things to hit. Alright, so as per the typical AI game plan, 3 of their mechs have advanced far enough where they're in sensor range, and probably the last one is back sitting on its spawn. I think I'm going to reserve for now.
No problem.
Let them come to me so I can at least figure out what's what. Oh boy. Alright. Do I run the commando out there?
Yeah?
Are you the commando? Yes, you're the commando. Alright. You know, let's... If I get closer but still don't have line of sight, do I see what shows up? Alright, so if I run to here, it's probably a bad idea. But this is going to try and answer a question. Is this going to get me line of sight long enough on the leftmost sensor blip to tell me what it is, at least briefly?
Piece of cake.
Let's find out. And we're running. Whoop. Oh, and sensor blip, and that's a griffin, and then lost it. Okay, cool. So we know this is a griffin, which means that's the rest of their team. Also, number 4 on their team. Not so far back that we may not engage with him this game. Shadowhawk. Okay. I think we're officially in it. So let's get down to business. Let's see. Move to here. Get the guns facing the right way. This is just going to turn into a scrum right here in this off-ramp. Split in the highway. Alright. Shadowhawk in the distance. It's at medium-ish range. Target moved +4. Interesting. Weapon accuracy. Alright, so coin flips. Coin flips at a distance that better pilots would not make coin flips at. Well, nothing to do but fire away. Woo! Look at that stream of misses. Not and dodge.
What the? I missed?
Oh, we're going to be hearing that a bit. AC-10 to the CT. Oh, man. Number 2, my friend. Number 2.
I'm losing armor over here.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm
What can I do
aware.
you for?
Alright. What we got on this guy? This is Kentaro. So, medium lasers, SRM-6s. We're going to ignore the LM-5 probably because unless we have plenty of heat overhead, we're not going to need it. The trick is I need to get close enough so that these things actually hit. I would also like to not leave myself completely screwed on positioning. So here we go. That's not bad. Pull up, take a hard left turn. I think what we'll do is focus fire as best we can. Shadowhawk. Wow. Okay, so we are meters away from the target. Almost within slapping distance. And we're still at coin flips or slightly less than coin flip. Target moved +4. I wonder, is it any better? Does not look. So that's interesting. Why is the Griffin back here a better shot? Target moved +2. Okay, so presumably because these guys in the front sprinted, but the Griffin in the back walked and then braced. The 2-hit numbers are better. Problem is that now he's braced, which means, if I'm recalling correctly, there's some damage reduction applied. Oh boy. Well, let's just keep taking our coin flips and focus fire. Also, running that right up to the red line.
I got him.
Alright, land some hits. Lost evasive. Landed unsteady. This is good. We can work with this. Indicator's gonna take a very strange shot at my commando. Okay. Who do we got? Alright, number 4.
What's up, Commander?
I need you. Wow. I really don't want to split my fire, but I also really need to get a mech advantage here as fast as possible because I get the feeling my Hunchback is going to probably pop like a balloon. Oh boy, that's a lot of armor. Yeah, we've really spread it around. How are we doing for heat? Heat's kind of rough, but
You're fine.
we're alright. Land some hits. Okay. Alright. Working it. Working it. So what do we do with our
Yeah.
commando?
What can I do you for?
Since he doesn't have a lot of guns. Oh, and his is the large laser variant. Great. I was really hoping for the SRM variant. That's fine. Let's hide him. Let's do like a good light mech should. Use our larger friendlies for cover. And apparently lose line of sight on everything in the process. That's new. Boy, this is turning into a learning experience. Alright, so brace him. Since apparently my quick draw is blocking its line of sight.
Oh, nice hit, moron.
Alright.
Yeah?
Hunchback. We are not going to let you go down without throwing some hot lead. Oh boy. Let's take our chances right here. Let's just line. These are the not the best pilots. Oh wow. Yep, these numbers just aren't getting any better.
I'll make him dead.
And you're incidental fire. Oh boy. Of course it's backing up. I don't know, guys. I don't think you really have a lot to fear from this team. Oh, he's backing up because of his autocannon's minimum range. Oh, my Kintaro's already starting to get pretty beat up on the center. Alright.
Right here.
We go. I want to go to this spot. Why are you having issues? Oh, because that spot is actually standing up on the rock. Get a decent but exposed line of sight. I want to continue to try and put weapons fire on that Shadowhawk if I can. Alright. Okay, we've got better than coin flips. I'm willing to take that where I can. Biggity bam. Ooh, and we land a lucky headshot. And I wasn't paying attention to my heat. Oh, scrub number 3. I'm so sorry. So here goes scrub number 2. Pilot killed. Failed guts test. Pilot killed. Alright, that's new as well. This team is so incredibly boned. I knew we'd be fighting uphill from the start, but this is exposing some very interesting and painful facts about pilots with garbage skill. Whew, boy. Alright. So,
Something I can do.
scrub 4. Here's my quick draw. We somehow knocked down that Shadowhawk back there. Let's see if we can get position on that guy. If we can claim one kill, I think we will have proven a couple of things, but that also you can get at least one kill. Oh boy. Do I try and just go for headshots? What's its CT look like? 15. So it's got 105 on the center torso. If this were a regular pilot, I would say this is plenty of damage to just center torso focus and core it out. I think, given that this is not a good pilot, I need to take my chances at headshots. Oh boy. Here we go.
Oh, you want some of this?
Did not even come close to the head. Also, again, paying no attention to
Yeah.
heat.
Gonna puke.
Oof, this is a bad showing all around. You know, credit where credit is due. These pilots are not good, but also, I am not playing very well today, and I don't mean to. I don't mean to play poorly.
Aye, aye.
Just a little off, I guess. Gotta pay more attention. All right, so look. Oh, geez. Now where is the CT at? So 56 structure left in the CT. I presumably have the damage if anything hits, and it hits where it's supposed to. Commando hasn't really done anything yet, so I actually don't need to worry about heat this turn. Blew off the... Hey! Oh, there we go. Cool. Yes. Mission accomplished. We downed an enemy mech. I'm claiming victory because I'm sure as hell not going to win this fight. Oy.
Yeah. Good to go.
Turn him back on. I'm surprised they did not plow the Kentaro while it was shut down. They're certainly trying.
That was a hit.
Oh, Vindicator's gonna get... Oh. Jeez. Work my
Armor
commando.
breach. Internal damage. Something I
Okay.
can do.
New guy here. Quick draw. Cool. Gotta watch the heat. Lesson learned. Also, I'm standing in the crystal field for real. I am in the mineral field somehow. Maybe this works out in our favor. If I can move down here. Actually, I wonder. Melee. These aren't really good mechs to be meleeing with, but I was curious to see what the percentage chance to hit. 80% chance to hit with melee for a pilot that has a 1 in piloting skill seems relatively overpowered when my gunner skill of 1 couldn't hit the broadside of anything from 40 paces.
I'm on the move.
Alright. We're not going to shut down. Shutting down is bad. We are probably going to overheat. Yeah, we're definitely going to overheat. Let's see. If I take away this, I want to keep them. Yeah. Ooh. Alright.
I'm gonna make some trash.
He hit with a quarter of his weapons
Hey, watch the heat.
and managed to not even open an armor panel.
Yeah.
Commando. There we go. Oop, oop, oop. Sure, let's do that.
Okay, I'm on it.
To the top of the order. We lost the large laser. I was afraid of that. When the right arm went off, I thought, if I had recalled, that its large laser was in the arm. Turns out it was. That's unfortunate. I should remember I've got inspiration waiting for me on one of these other mechs that has more than 2 guns.
I got him.
Alright, alright. Getting it, getting it. Let's see what the AI has to say about all this. He's going to ruin my commando.
Oh, hang on.
Let's see if he dies from the fall. Nope. Alright, good. Did not just incidentally die from a fall.
Right here.
That's always a plus. Alright, so we want to try to continue to work this Centurion as best we can, but we can't get position on it. We do do here. What's this guy at? He's completely fresh on the front. Completely fresh on the front. Ugh, man. Alright, so what we can do, we can try and get a side position. Here we go. Try and get a side position.
I'm dead.
Since for some reason that I'm still a little unsure of, attacks from the side also can possibly hit the rear torso sections. I mean, physically it makes a little bit of sense. It's not how tabletop treats it. What do we got? Overheat warnings. Can I get inspiration? My morale bar is not full. Alright. I guess we'll just take our shot where we can. Going in overheat. Let's see if we can save ourselves some heat for the moment, because I may need to alpha into shutdown on the next turn if I get a good opening and I get inspiration. So let's just fire the missiles. Fire the missiles! Anything on the rear? Nope. Nothing. And now my target's running away. And it's going to drill my commando. Interesting. Didn't fire the autocannon.
Oh, hey, not good.
And man, how is this commando still alive?
Why in it? Something I can do.
Okay. We're not going to get position on these guys. My heat is in a real bad spot. Let's try and play this somewhat smart and bleed some heat. Kind of abandoning my commando. But he's let's face it, he's really, really screwed.
Right here.
But he has inspiration if I want it. Although he has no guns to use it. Alright, stand up, bud. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take 2 steps and you're going to throw yourself at that griffin.
Alright, I'm up. Let's go.
With your 70% to hit, which is not the worst. It's the best number we've seen of any attack this Lance has had so far. Oh, you poor little beat-up commando. Yeah, there you go. Get in there. Chip damage. And you're going to get your face punched off now. Yup. You died valiantly, Commando. Whichever scrub pilot that was.
Something I can
You
do.
did your duty. Alright, so. Now we are into the position and bleed heat. So, because my guts on my pilots is set to 1, I don't get any bonus heat scale, which feels like it has meant that I need to I've needed to make moves to bleed heat. Most of my matches that I've played, I have not, I've had to consider heat as you do, but I've never really needed to go to ground to specifically bleed off heat very often. And this feels very much like I'm having to make moves just to take care of my heat problems. I'm actually surprised my quick draw didn't bleed nearly as much heat as I was hoping it would.
Yeah.
Or did it? Alright, what do we got on this guy? I was working this guy from the left. No, I wasn't. I was working from the right. Oh boy. What do we do? Do we try and hold position to bleed the last of our heat off. It's kind of hard to tell where my, like, I can see the heat bar. I have a feeling there's some, for certain low levels of heat that are still not zero heat, that don't show up on this bar, which is, it's just a feeling. I'm not sure if it's correct. Why are we having problems getting to these points? If I move here, I give up my back. If I move here, when we do this, let's take some cover, guys. Pull back. Oh, this Kintaro is so boned. Whoa, hello. It's alright, it's alright. Use the cover. Hide behind the trees.
Right here. Aye, aye.
This may be being over conservative in terms of trying to bleed my heat, but I really want to line up a couple of turns worth of
Oh boy.
decent fire. These guys are all probably going to crash down on me if they were smart. Okay.
Something I can do.
All right. We can get rear position on this Griffin. Interesting. So if we get rear position on this Griffin, turn on all the weapons, throw the inspiration at him, we might be able to do some real damage to this guy. Let's take our
You
chances.
got it.
Got too close. Friend, got too close.
That's it. Now it's showtime.
Let's turn these guns back on. And hallelujah, inspiration. Okay, so we're dumping 190 damage into this guy's rear arc. He's got 95 worth on armor, and then it's all internals. Let's make this happen. Solid. Oh, good. Oh, solid, solid. We almost... If one of those lasers hadn't misplaced into a torso, we'd have worked him all. All right, so we can cut this down to a 2v2. We've got the heat. We've got good position, actually. I don't know what this Griffin was thinking other than panicking, because we can take one step to our left, use him as the target. His numbers suck, so we need to use every gun we've got. And just hope we get there. Like, if a single medium laser or any pair of 18 missiles hits the CT, this guy's done. There we go. There we go. All right, scrub team, clawing back to even. And we have a slight weight advantage.
Okay, not good.
We've got a couple tens of tons on these guys. Oof. Not if this Kintaro goes down.
They're hitting my index.
I'm aware.
Right here.
I'm aware, my dude. All right. Can we be bold?
On my way.
We can get behind this Vindicator,
New sensor contact.
who apparently is having problems shutting off his jump jets, or is smoking some brisket. I'm not actually sure. Okay. This thing's got 105 armor on the rear. I've got the lasers for it. I just am gonna overheat the process. I think I take my chances while I can. Take a little bit of overheat damage, which is not ideal, but I gotta work my positions when I can get them. 45. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. That poor building. Alright. Kintaro. Let's just take a normal move. Break lines of sight, for the most part. We've got indirect lines. I really just want to bleed heat, but I'm curious if I just throw the LRMs, what kind of heat are we looking at? That is gross. Why is that so much heat? Alright, you know what? Let's just brace. Let's continue to bleed heat. Let's see what this Vindicator does.
Hey, they're coming
Throwing a
around the
punch?
side.
Nope. Firing guns. That was good for me, I think, because
Damage, Commander.
this Kintaro then can get in behind.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, this quick draw can get in behind. Wow, this quick draw can get in behind.
I'm on the move.
We might have actually turned this around. Scrub team, go. But we are definitely into shutdown territory, so let's look at what we got. Alright, so... Alright, what does he have for rear torsos? He's got 10 on the side, 50 over there, so that's 60. 105. He's got 105 total on the rear torsos. Rear CT is 45. Alright, we don't want to shut down. Shutting down is bad. Gonna run a little hot for another turn. I'm really worried what'll happen if this quick draw continues to stay hot. But I want to take my shots where I can, and the shots are not great because, man, literally in the best position I can be on this enemy mech. I have its rear. I am literally within spitting distance of this thing, and my numbers are not better than 65s. Oof. Come on, get there, get there, get there. Somehow this guy survives. Yep. 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 Oh, cool. We caused a knockdown. That's good. It's gonna make it harder for him to strike back on me. He's pulling around for a punch. Okay. Not great. Small laser. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy, my quick draw. My quick draw. You poor thing. Let's see. Oh, let's turn on some guns so we can see where our arc is. There we go. Alright, so problem being, can't get behind. But if I can get on the right, should be over here, which is not ideal position, but it takes what you get. Let's go here. I should have plenty of headroom in my heat. This guy is literally cooking. Alright, overheat warnings. Oh boy, Kintaro, you are hurting. Alright, SRM-18. Hello. We could inspire this. I think I take it when I can. I'm starting to, I have a feeling I'm starting to run out of opportunities for inspiration. operation to work in my favor. If I'm gonna do that, I shoot my whole load. Hope for the best. I just suffer the overheat. There we go. There we go. All the missiles.
Hey, watch the heat.
Yep. He's gonna take some shots to the front. This is fine. You can take it. Keep it together, man. He's probably gonna fall down. He's falling down. How did he not fall down? Okay. Scrub team. We have a chance.
Yeah.
Let's use it. First by bleeding some heat and some stability damage. Let's just break line of sight. We're gonna take a breather. Take a breather. Taro. Ooh, buddy. There goes an arm. Oh, both arms. Ew, lost a bunch of guns. Okay, this is okay. We can work with this. This is... where to go to? Okay, there we go. All we need to do is break line of sight and keep our front armor forward in case that Centurion moves up. Brace. Alright. We've gotten it to a 2v1. My mechs are pretty beat up.
Something I can do.
I want you to move like 2 steps and just brace again. I'm going to bleed the last of this heat. Where is he going? He's trying to find me. Boy, did he find me. All right.
Right here.
So we had previously worked the rear torso on this Centurion, so we need to continue to work the rear torso wherever we can. Oh, 45%. I feel like I've made an error here. But take what you can get. There we go. All right.
That's a critical hit.
Yep. The scrub team's almost pulled this one through.
Yeah.
Just need to get on its back.
You got
This is
it.
just barely in its rear arc. We've got all the heat scale in the world to work with. Let's just light this guy up. I only need a single laser. A single laser to the rear CT puts this into victory over Scrubdom Day. Come on.
I'll make up that.
Make it hit. There we go. Ooh, boy.
Enemy down.
That looked early on like that was not going to work in our favor. But there we go. Scrub team takes down the opposing force. So what have we learned today from this? So when you take a head hit, Guts is used to determine whether you simply just die from the attack even though the attack didn't breach the armor. Pretty sure. Let's see. Let's see what the after action report says. Yeah, it had to have been... Where was it? It was my Hunchback. So it was the Hunchback that, because the Kentaro and the Quick Draw survived, the Commando got just obliterated. It did its job. It stood there, it shot some guys and took some hits. But this guy, so... It took 4 points of damage to the head. Did not breach the armor. The pilot failed a guts check and died. That seems real bad. I mean, his skills are all ones, but I was legitimately not expecting to lose a pilot to a random dice roll that in virtually every other case would not have caused that. That's astonishing to me. So, important note when we get the campaign. Guts is good for a few things, mostly keeping your dude alive. That said, what else have we learned? So, gunnery of 1 is real painful, but if you can get close and get position, the worst you'll do is coin flips. The best you'll do is coin flips. I mean, it looked like we were flirting with 45 to 65% chance to hit on basically everything that was not inspiration or like wacky out of range, which is real tough. But that's not that much worse than when we were using our 3 gunnery pilots. I mean, 3 gunnery pilots had like 65 to 75 chance to hit, so it's substantial. I'm not gonna downplay that. Going from a 3/4 chance to a literal coin flip with every weapon fired, that's painful. But throw enough darts, and that's what we did here today. That quick draw with all its medium lasers, the Kintara with all its SRMs. Just get in there. Lots of guns. You have to much more precisely control your heat, because since you have no guts, you have no extra heat scale, and you 2 turns of weapon fire in, you're immediately into overheat and shutdown territory. And that'll depend on the mech, but absolutely the pilot influences that. I think this is good. This is good lessons learned today. And we won. Again, having to kind of exploit the extra lethality of rear torso obliteration. Also, not getting much for salvage off of these guys. But whatever. They didn't have much to salvage in the first place. 14 rounds, 38 minutes, 59 seconds. And we win. Scrub team is victorious. I don't know if I'll roll them out again, but we'll see. There's a lot of days left before the game launches proper. And with that, that is your BattleTech in the morning. I am Captain Nips, captain of the Scrubs, and I will see all of you in the next video.